It's a blue morning show where the vibes are flowing, so fresh, so low. Everything's about Chelsea, feel like pride. We're repping our team, standing side by side. We don't lose, we carry that blue. Cause Chelsea, see Chelsea, it's all true. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. In the stands we jump and sway, feel the beat. Got that rhythm in our hearts, can't take defeat. Every match we rise, watch the game unfold. Blue blood running deep, our story told. With every win we celebrate our crew. Chanting songs for Chelsea all day, it's true. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no one. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. Stunt the banners fly high under the sun. Every player on that field, together we run. With each kick we feel the passion ignite. For Chelsea our hearts shine forever bright. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no one. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. It's a blue morning show where the vibes are flowing, so fresh, so low. Everything's about Chelsea, feel like pride. We're repping our team, standing side by side. We don't lose, we carry that blue. Cause Chelsea, see Chelsea, it's all true. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. In the stands we jump and sway, feel the beat. Got that rhythm in our hearts, can't take defeat. Every match we rise, watch the game unfold. Blue blood running deep, our story told. With every win we celebrate our crew. Chanting songs for Chelsea all day, it's true. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no one. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. Stunt the banners fly high under the sun. Every player on that field, together we run. With each kick we feel the passion ignite. For Chelsea our hearts shine forever bright. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no one. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. It's a blue morning show where the vibes are flowing, so fresh, so low. Everything's about Chelsea, feel like pride. We're repping our team, standing side by side. We don't lose, we carry that blue. Cause Chelsea, see Chelsea, it's all true. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. stands we jump and sway, feel the beat. Got that rhythm in our hearts, can't take defeat. Every match we rise, watch the game unfold. Blue blood running deep, our story told. With every win we celebrate our crew. Chanting songs for Chelsea all day, it's true. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no one. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. So the banners fly high under the sun. Every player on that field, together we run. With each kick we feel the passion ignite. For Chelsea our hearts shine forever bright. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no one. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. It's a blue morning show where the vibes are flowing, so fresh, so dope. Everything's about Chelsea, feel like pride. We repping our team, standing side by side. Win or lose, we carry that blue. Talk Chelsea, see Chelsea, it's all true. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. In the stands we jump and sway, feel the beat. Got that rhythm in our hearts, can't take defeat. Every match we rise, watch the game unfold. Blue blood running deep, our story told. With every win we celebrate our crew. Chanting songs for Chelsea all day, it's true. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no one. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. So the banners fly high under the sun. Every player on that field, together we run. With each kick we feel the passion ignite. For Chelsea our hearts shine forever bright. All them a cheer, them a
Yes, good people, big up to all of you. Welcome back to Chelsea Perspective. Welcome to another match preview / pre-game show. I do hope you're all doing well and that you're looking forward to this particular game. It's one of those games, given how badly the opposition has performed of late. It'd be correct for one to be normal, for one to feel concerned because of, Charity AFC. But that's, by the way, we are away. We're going to play away against Burnley, Scott Parker's side. I think Scott Parker is his name. I don't think it'd be an easy game, even though, they've been struggling a lot. They've struggled a lot since their return to the Premier League. But it should remains football is played over 90 minutes plus added time and not on paper. But more importantly, I do hope you're all doing well, and thank you once again for finding the time to join the show. Yes, we still do beg for likes because we're a small account. We're not a big account yet, but we're getting closer and closer. Right now, we are at 28,291 subscribers, so getting closer and closer to 29. Hopefully we get to 30 soon. But that's, by the way, we will go news hunting first. After news hunting, we'll come back to the match preview exercise proper as soon as we can. We'll try to facilitate the lineup prediction exercise. So for us not to still be on it, and before you know it, the official lineup will be out. That's the page I'm looking for, this one in particular. So let's go news hunting and breeze through some of the random items we'd find there. But keep dropping the likes on the stream. The likes do go a long way. And Kojo Anyumado, thank you so much for reposting the stream. I do hope you're doing well. It's been a minute, but more importantly, thank you so much for finding the time to join us. I hope you're all right. I hope everything is good in your end. Let's see. I'm going to switch to the presentation window and not that one. Give me 1 second here. All right, news hunting. There you go. Some interesting stuff there because I breezed through them when I turned on my computer. When I you turned on the screen because my computer is almost always on. The first item here I think is Vince's opinion. We usually avoid that. And then the second item, Vince's opinion, also on a certain Erling Haaland and what who said that what reposting something. Okay, but that's by the way. So here Enzo Maresca talks about Cole Ice Palmer. Enzo Maresca on the team's performances without Cole Palmer. I think we did address this yesterday, but for some of you um, who weren't here when we did, I'm just going to go through it. If I have any personal opinion on what Maresca had to say about Enzo, about Cole Palmer, I'd say it. But he reads, I am very proud of because for us, Cole is like Haaland for City. I don't remember us reading this particular one there. Like Salah for Liverpool. And I guess if Haaland doesn't play for City or Salah for Liverpool, they're not the same. That's the truth. I am very proud of the players because in a difficult moment without Cole, they showed they are very good players and they all want the best for this club. Good to see. We're not Cole Palmer FC after all. So here, this is interesting, really. I'm not sure whether to believe this. That's from Kieran Gill DM, but chances are it is true. I don't know. Um, this particular report from Kieran Gill reads plans were formed for a large cold Palmer ice sculpture to be set up outside of Stamford Bridge for the Champions League clash with its tops of football card inside. Okay, but it just sounds somehow to me, but that's okay. As long as the player is happy and look, this contributes to him performing at the highest level, I don't have any issues with that, honestly. But I have my friend and bro on the panel in Tobago. Big up to you, my South African bro, from a fellow content creator to brothers we are right now, and I like it when such happens. Tobago, big up to you, and are you looking forward to this one? Let's hear you, brother.
Yeah,
Do-
big up, coach. How are you?
Big up. I can't complain, man. Are you looking forward to this one?
Yeah, 100%. I'm looking forward for this one because it's a tricky game. Those teams, small teams, always give us a hard time. But again, we have a fantastic record against them. We haven't lost away game against Burnley. I think since 1978, if I'm not mistaken. So hopefully that can continue very well with a solid win tonight. Today, I mean.
Aren't you concerned about Charity FC? And the truth
No, no,
remains, football is played over, you can say, over 90 minutes plus added time, Northern paper. And this is a game you cannot script. I'm quite sure you know that, but I want to hear you convince me that irrespective of those things I've said, that yeah, we're still beating them.
no, no, no. And Enzo Maresca, I'm not worried about Chirites FC anymore.
Okay. I hope that's the case. But I appreciate you being truthful with me. Let's see, what else do we have here? I'm quite sure why you speak. There's something I'm going to take care of quickly. This report, I don't know if you're seeing, called a sculptor, an ice sculptor of Cole Palmer. What do you make of it? I don't think the club, maybe, is it EA Sports is sponsoring it or who? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure about it. I haven't read about it. They're going to show it today or when?
No, they had plans to do that, but probably because he's not fit. It looks like uh, you can say they've yanked it. It says plans were formed for a large Cole Palmer ice sculpture to be set up outside of Stamford Bridge for that Champions League clash with his tops of football card inside. So, but then you could say this is not clear. Really, the report isn't clear. It's a bit confusing. I don't know whether it's just me.
Yeah, I'm not sure about it. I don't know, man. I don't know what to say about it because for me, why should we do that? Come on.
Yeah, I mean, it just we don't want to make it. I'm not sure what to make of it. I'm just gonna move on from it anyway. It doesn't. I like him. In fact, I love him, but it sounds somehow to me. So this year, from the same Kieran Gill, Chelsea has okay. Chelsea have had to scrap a planned tribute to Cole Palmer on his return to Champions League action after he fractured his little toe by stubbing it on a door at home. What was it? I've asked this question. What sort of force? I mean, was he trying to karate somebody out of his house or something the night before he was due to return? This. I'm not sure what to make of this really, but that toe, I don't know if you talked about it, his toe accident. How does that sound? How doesn't it sound weird to you? I get it. It has happened to me, but not to a measure that you could say that you see me walking gingerly or maybe not walking straight or limping maybe. I'm not sure, but that a footballer had such an accident and it leads to him not being available for selection sounds weird to me, but I want to hear your opinion.
Yeah, it really doesn't make sense because we don't know what really happened. Like a dog can harm you this way. I don't understand.
Mm.
I really don't understand, bro.
I
To be
don't
honest.
either. I'm a bit confused, but it's all right. Hopefully, the plan is just to give him more again enough time to recover fully and not return in a rush and risk getting injured again. But that's by the way. Let's see what else do we have here. Blessings to you too. YouTube, they've made everything weird to me. Lots of you, tons of people that use their nicknames. I think that changed for some reason. I'm not sure why that changed. You see people's first and last name, and usually difficult to recall who is who. So the name I'm seeing right now on the screen. Apologies. Hadwakan. I'm sorry if I butchered that. Probably knew you by your nickname, and since YouTube changed how they display people's name, I'm not able to pronounce your name correctly. If you teach me how to, I'd be glad to. But keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. We should be doing a lot better by than 3 likes. If half of you, yeah, at least we should have at least 8 likes. 46 in total, 9 on YouTube, the rest shared between Facebook and X, whether equally Kuchila doesn't know. But Bass05, big up to you too. Hopefully, Chelsea can get a win against Burnley away in. Hopefully, the lab can get his first goal, a Premier League goal for Chelsea. He scored for Chelsea before. So it sounds like you're looking forward to the game, and that is good to see. So let's continue with the news hunting here. What else do we have here? Enzo Maresca says, if I'm wrong, after the international break in October, we played at 12:30 p.m. for us away. We accepted once, but not 2 times in a row. The schedule is the schedule, and we tried to do our best. Also, Tabejo, he's saying hello to you. So Enzo Maresca here once again. I want us to start. Ooh, the lineup will be out in about 40 minutes, right?
Yeah, so I think we should do our lineup while
Yeah,
we
I
are
think we
wait
should.
before, yeah,
Yeah.
before it happens. And pick up my bus.
Okay, one more thing here. Enzo Maresca and Romeo Lavia. Romeo now needs to just focus on recovery. Recovery. I think he will be at least 1 month out. Then we'll see. Wow, that is serious. Okay, let's get to the lineup prediction exercise. Let me take care of the most difficult, you could say, position here. I'm gonna go Sanchez between the sticks, so you don't bother yourself. Okay.
Yeah,
So
he's
to
the
have a
number
back
one.
four, and I see you scheduled the watch along, so I'm going to schedule the redirect the show to your to yours. But your back
Okay.
four to be, let's hear you.
Marco Correa.
He traveled, right?
Yeah, he traveled, but he was training, so he's back.
Did Hato travel?
Say again?
Did Yora Hato, did he travel?
No, no, Hato didn't travel, but again, I don't think Hato will start anytime soon. Maybe the League Cup game, but
I
this game,
Go ahead.
and then my center back pairing, I know people are saying that Fofana should not start because of his fitness, because we are playing Barcelona, but again, I'll keep the two and
I actually do think what's happening to my color. All right, Fafana and Chalova and right back. Who do you think starts? Give me 1 second here. Let me correct the spelling. Here I have a capital H in the middle of his name. Go ahead to
Okay.
the right back.
Rich James for me.
You don't think Gusto starts?
No, actually, I think Malo Gusto will start the Barcelona game.
Okay, we may actually see both him
Yeah, I'm
and
saying, and I guess Barcelona, maybe they start both of them. But again, this one for me, I don't want both of them to start. But against Barcelona, it makes more sense. So I'll rather play them both against Barcelona than Burnley.
Mhm. Then yeah, it does make sense. So 2 6s. Let's hear you.
Enzo and Moses Caicedo.
Yeah, I think I agree. Caicedo, he's had 2 training sessions, right?
Yeah, I think too.
Okay. Enzo here, and by the way, we're just going with the starting structure. Enzo Fernandez, and I'm glad he didn't travel for international assignment or during the international break if you prefer. But go ahead. I think it's going to be a bit difficult here, except if you've already made up your mind. Maybe if you've thought about it and you say if you've given it a strong if you've thought about it and realize the players that are most likely that will most likely start. But let's hear you.
Garnacho and Pedro Neto, they didn't travel at all. So they are both fit. I will start them, both of them. Maybe in the second half, we can see the likes of Gittings and maybe Estevão just for to give them the rest.
Yeah, I agree that Garnacho will start. I agree. Garnacho starts. But go ahead. Let's hear you. Estevão, I think it's where it's not that he's a bad player, but he traveled. But I've seen something online. They played in Europe. The friendlies were played in Europe. He didn't travel
Yeah,
quite a lot. Mhm.
he played in England and France. So
Yeah. So, but the manager might want to rest him for the Barcelona game.
yeah, I agree with you. That's why I'm saying Neto. Neto will start for me.
Yeah, and the fact that he didn't travel, I think he starts. I don't know whether I would see both on the pitch. I don't know. We might just to you can say get the 3 points put in the pocket, but let's see. Let's see how you go ahead.
Number 10 for me, João Pedro. He didn't play the second game of Brazil, so it's most likely fit.
Okay. I think he risks not going to the World Cup actually. I'd have to look at the I look at the Brazil's squad depth to figure that out. But he has to be at the top of his game to make it. He
And
might.
Liam Delap.
Yeah, I think the lap starts. We might actually not see. I think Caicedo might not start this one.
No, no, no. You know what, Coach? As much as I want these players to rest, right? After the
So
Karabakh game, what happened against the Karabakh game? Bro, I don't want us to slip up. We must play the main players. If the score is comfortable, we can make some changes. So I think it's fine. But again, I'm not the coach. Enzo Maresca and the medical team will decide. But for me personally, I want us to play our best players in order to win the game. And
You're
we can make
actually
some
sounding as
changes.
if this is your preferred lineup, not necessarily
Y-
the predicted lineup.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is my preferred line now, of
yeah,
course.
exactly. You did sound like as if that's what. Yeah, you did sound like it. Not necessarily what you could say the players you believe the manager will select. But thank you for being honest. Go ahead with what you were saying.
Yeah, like I said, I want us to play our best players to win this game because Burnley are on the bottom. So if they get a point or 3 points against us, it's going to be a best start in the week. We are facing Barcelona and Arsenal, so we need to win this game in order for us to have that confidence again. So I don't want us to mess up everything, especially after what happened to us, Sunderland dominating the game and we lost 2-1. So I don't want that anymore.
I don't know. Again, Scott Parker, his teams don't play dirty. Actually, you could argue if he knew how to be a bit more pragmatic, I think he'd be. I think by now he would have. You could say he'd be a lot better manager. But he's that sort of manager that's you could say, solely focused on beautiful football. The tactical aspect of it, not so much. And you could argue that's one of the main reasons he's struggled as a manager. But that's my opinion. Nabasia says, Coach, for the Barcelona game, we need best players. Maresca should stop playing the B team. Playing the B team against. Let me see what you have to say. Playing the B team, we need best players against Barcelona. He will rotate, but I think a lot of our you can say best players will start on that day. Bailey, big up to you too. Nice to see you. I do hope you're doing well, and I appreciate you finding the time to join the show. Sunderland played dirty. That was the reason why Chelsea lost. You could argue. Plus, I don't. Maybe we weren't that serious on the day, but we have the captain of the community in Constantine Dante. Dante, big up to you. Thank you for finding the time to join the conversation. Are you looking forward to this one? And what do you make of the lineup that Tobago selected? Uh, but yeah, maybe you heard me when when he heard him. You heard him say, yeah, that this is actually his preferred lineup, not the predicted lineup. But let's hear you, Dante.
Yeah, big up, Coach
Big
Tobago.
up.
Everyone in the chat.
Big up,
Coach,
big up.
I went to the Chelsea website to buy a beanie, and they're all sold out. Did you buy them all?
I actually have only one Chelsea. The other one, my son.
You know that new Speedway collection they released now. That Speedway collection.
I
There
haven't
was a
actually.
really
Maybe you should
nice
send me
one.
the link. The
There's a
only thing
really
I'm
nice
looking
one.
to
You would
buy
love
now
it.
is Thought Black Kids. I really like it.
Yeah, it's really nice. You would love it. I was gonna buy it. I wanted to buy it, and can you believe it's already sold out? I'm like, wow, okay.
People like it that much.
Yeah, yeah. It's the style you like as well. So yeah, you would love that one. Yeah, look, Tobago's team probably. I agree, and I think Maresca probably agrees as well. Most likely, he'll go for the strongest in this game. We need to win this game because of the two big games coming up. The Barcelona game, I think you'll see some changes for that, and then you'll probably see pretty much the same side against Arsenal, another very strong team like this. So I think that's the way he's going to go with it. Um, if there would be one change, it might be maybe, like you said, maybe Caicedo or Enzo, maybe Andre Santos in one
No,
of those
the fact that
changes.
Enzo
But
didn't travel, I think he might start this game. But it also, if you see it from the perspective of the Barcelona game, chances are he'd feel like okay, we can do without him. You can say start from the
yeah,
bench in this game, and
correct.
if we need him, we'll bring him on. If not, he rests even more for the
Exactly.
Barcelona game. But go ahead with what you were saying.
That's the only change probably I'm looking at. Probably that, uh, and depending on also left back as well. Maybe Hato can get a go in this because Cucurella, he'll play those other two games for sure as a starter. So maybe give Cucurella a bit of a rest in this one. He'll still be on the bench, but those are the only two changes I kind of see. Maybe
I think,
those two.
I think Hato more likely, or Hato more likely to stand in the left back position. But go ahead.
Yeah, for me, that's the most likely one, just because Cucurella will definitely play those other two games. So, um, yeah, we'll need him for those two games to mark pretty much, their best players. They'll have, uh, who will be on that side. Either way, they'll have very good Saka, maybe Lamal, whoever these players. They'll be very good players against. So I think we'll need him more for that than actually defensively this game. I think Hato can probably do a job on this game, especially, like you said, Burnley are one of those teams that they're not drawing games. They either lose or win. They don't draw games. I think they've had one draw so far this season. So, like you
They
said,
risk everything to win games.
correct. They're going for. He's not playing. He's playing a little bit open as well. So he's either going for a win or for they want to get ahead. They want to start scoring. They want to score first. So they're pretty open most of the time. So, like I said, they don't really draw games. That's not his style, Parker. So
You
I
could
think
argue you could say um, he likes beautiful football. You could argue the
he
reason
does.
he's not progressed as a manager is that he doesn't know how to be pragmatic. Doesn't
He hasn't got
compromise
this
his
team,
approach.
yeah. It's not a Chelsea where you can have all the possession and correct, yeah. But look, he's trying. That's fine. It is what it is. But that's his coaching style. It could work in the future. It might help him enough. He might get enough points that way, or because he's got 3 wins already to actually stay in the Premier League. So that might work, that strategy. Anyway, so yeah, I think Hato. I would probably start him on that left back just to give Cucurella those two, games coming up, because he'll definitely start both those games. Starting Cucurella 3 games in a row, that's a bit risky. So I would probably rest him in this one and put Hato on. That's the only other change I would make. That's it. Yeah.
How about Fofana also? I think it's a risk. I'd rather him be fully fit for Barcelona than risk playing him here. I think we have. I think Josh Archibald can play this game. Actually, I think also even Tosin
Yes.
can play this game. As long as
Yes.
we don't risk playing a high line where he get caught on the break and not be able to catch up quickly. Uh, I think
It's a good
Tosin might
game.
actually start and Fofana be on the bench for the Barcelona game.
It's a good game for Fana though to start this game, because we want him in
So
the
you don't
Premier
see it
League.
from the perspective of him
He
not
won't play
risking
that game.
getting injured and
He
being fit
probably
for the
won't. He won't play
Barcelona game. Go
Barcelona.
ahead.
He'll probably play Arsenal again, but he won't play Barcelona. I think he'll play this, not play Barcelona, and then play Arsenal. He won't if he does start this one. There is an option of maybe starting Achapong, but this partnership has been pretty good. And like I said, they do like to attack a little bit as well, Burnley. So I would keep the
So
two central
security
pairing,
first.
keep the two central pairing consistent. They've had 2-3 games in a row now started, conceded 0 goals, I think. Keep them going, and just in the Premier League I'm talking about, keep them going, this partnership in the Premier League. So I would start him today, leave this, and then start him again for Arsenal again, and then Barcelona can make a couple of changes against Barcelona maybe.
Hmm.
I
What
know a lot of
else?
people think the Barcelona game is really the most important, but to me, it's not really that important to me, the Barcelona game, to be honest. I prefer winning this and doing well against Arsenal than actually winning
Drawing
that.
against Barcelona.
Yeah, maybe drawing against, but maybe not losing, but drawing because we're at home. But I would definitely prefer that. I think we're in a good position now. We can put a little bit of separation if we win today. Some other teams have got some tough games in the Premier League, so do that, and you don't have to worry till Arsenal. And even then, you take a bit of pressure off that Arsenal game as well if we win today and win comfortably. So for me, those two are more important than Barcelona. Barcelona, we can afford to draw. Worst case, if we play really bad, can even afford to lose it. We're still going to be in the knockout stages either way, pretty much. So
Yeah,
we've got a couple easier games coming up as well after that in the Champions League. So I'm not too worried about Barcelona, to be honest.
yeah. And then my only issue with this game, right? If we lose this game and many teams win, we're going to be ninth or eighth, those kind of things. So
That's
I
why I
don't
said
want
we need.
that anymore.
It's
Say
tight.
again. Yeah, it's tight. If you check the log, it's so tight there. So I don't want us to lose this game. We'd rather win this game and stress about Barcelona and Arsenal next.
Yeah, and
So
then we
that's
put
my take.
ourselves at least 3-4 points ahead of a lot of other teams because they'll play against each other as
Exactly.
well. So that's why it's important. This game, Burnley game, is very important. Yes. So I would put my best side for this game. Don't worry Barcelona. Don't worry about Barcelona. We'll still put a good team against Barcelona, and we're at home as well. To me, this game is more important. I know a lot of people don't see it that way, but I prefer that. I prefer to win this game comfortably than actually, risk this game by starting not many good players and, risk this game losing, maybe just getting a point.
Dante, is it just me or does Tobeho not sound too confident about us winning this game? He's concerned.
There's a couple of concerns. I spoke about it last
You
time.
can argue how tight things are on the table. That's those are one of the main reasons why he's concerned. Because he
Yeah.
just mentioned how if we draw or lose, would be we
Draw may be okay, but lose, yeah, look, we're not in trouble. It's early in the season, but yeah, this is if we put our first team out there, there's no excuses. If he rotates and there's a lot of some youngsters and a bit of mixed up, but I would prefer to see that. The only problem is early kickoff. It's been raining and really cold. It's 3 degrees in Burnley. It's been freezing and might hopefully doesn't snow. And yeah, it's a very early kickoff as well. And I worry about those early kickoffs with our young team. So they're the only two things that play, and off an international break. Let's not forget that as well. So that's the only. We tend to not to do really well when that happens, and that's exactly why I want our first team out there as strong as possible.
Yeah, but that has that you can say that has changed a bit under Maresca. Everybody's display names are now looking very weird. Something Google changed. I'm not sure what that is. Some of you I'm able to decipher what I see and remember who you are and call you by the names that I knew that I know you. It's a bit confusing here. Match host Trend TV. Yeah, of course. That's because your name aligns with the nickname you've used before. Nice to see you, brother. I do hope you're doing well. And Santiago Muno, my assistant, nice to see you here. I do hope you're doing well. And Match host is saying that no excuses. And Rich Moneymakers. Rich Moneymaker here says, big up Dante. Always saying, next time if you say just hello to Dante alone, I'm not going to read it. Big up Dante. Nice to hear an expert. Or who told you he's an expert? Nice to hear expert of the game. Nothing. The other panel members. Wow. Yes, we need to beat Burnley. Potential shirt sponsor are watching this game. We want more revenue as soon as possible. I don't like you no more. But nice to see you, Leighton. I do hope you're doing well. I appreciate you finding the time to join the conversation.
Forgot the S, coach. He means nice to hear the experts of the game, not just expert. The experts. Forgot the S.
No, there's no S there. Stop defending him. But that's Santiago Muno also saying hello to you.
Big up, Santiago.
Letting you know I appreciate you. Much love, bro. I'm just joking.
And Mobust as well. Big up.
Santiago's still saying hello to people. So, Dante, let me ask you this question: how did they play, and what sort of game should we expect from them, and what you can say? What type of game are we going to see today?
Look, like I said, they don't draw games. They don't really draw games. They've only drawn one game all season. So Scott Parker likes to he's trying to sort of get him to go a bit forward and try to get that first goal, at least get that first goal and then settle back a little bit. So they've played quite open from what I've seen from the start, which has got him in trouble, but has also got him 3 wins. So that's why I said, it can work, but, sometimes it doesn't work. But if it works and you go ahead. So that's what I'm assuming he'll do as well, especially at home with a crowd, small field, perfect weather for Burnley. That's normal weather in Burnley. So, yeah, look, they've got that on their side. He might go at us from the start a little bit to put us on that, especially that first 15, 20 minutes. He might go at us a little bit, try to get that first goal and try to put a bit of pressure on. If that's what I see happening, that he's done that a few times against the big teams. It hasn't really worked, but then against some of the other teams, it's worked. So even against, was it Villa, one of the topper teams, or Newcastle. I can't remember. It worked very well. So it just depends, if they're lucky they get a goal, then they'll sit back and then they'll play around, but I think they'll probably try to be a little bit open from the first 15 minutes. They're going to probably go at us that first 15 minutes, put pressure on with the crowd behind them. After that, we should have no problems, but we just got to really contain them. And the weather will be, like I said, a bit of a problem, because if it's raining really strongly like it is apparently, 3 degrees going down to 1 degree. Hopefully, it doesn't snow. But yeah, that really puts that the tactical game, technical side of the game, it kind of disappears, because it doesn't matter how good technically you are in the wet weather, really wet weather, when it's raining, it's not easy to play. So, and it's harder to run, more physical. So yeah, look, that can really upset us today. The bad weather. Hopefully, that doesn't cause too much issues. And those first 15 minutes, after that, I think we should be okay.
Yeah, and thank goodness they're not the sort of team that if they score one, they sit back. Except if he starts today, I've felt. Look, I like watching his games because I enjoy beautiful football. I like when you can say when the ball is kept on the carpet more often than you can say, yeah, long balls and all
They'll sit
that.
back, coach. They'll sit back if they score first. Then they'll sit back much more
You've seen
defensive.
him do that before?
Yes, when they've scored first, they protect that lead up to halftime or full time. They'll protect that lead. It hasn't happened that many times. 3 times it's happened, but yeah, he will if he scores against what I'm seeing against the bigger teams. He will a little bit. I think it's just mentally as well. The players just drop back a little bit, and they basically try to protect. And because against the big teams, if they get a draw, that's a big win for them. So that's like a win for them almost, the 1 point, because they're it's very tight in that relegation zone. So 1 point for them it's a very big point against a team like one of the big teams. So yeah, if they score
But
first,
correct me if
yes.
I'm wrong. Tactically, because he doesn't have much up his sleeves.
Not too much, no, not too much. I mean, it is what it is. That's the squad. That's what he's got. He works with what he's got. But um, like I said, it's the manager's his style is probably not too suited to a team like that either. He's more suited to
They're
more
not
of a
properly
possession
equipped.
team. Yeah, a better team. It's suited in the championship because he is that guy in the championship with that team, but not like not so much in the Premier League. He
I
needs a
mean,
better team.
as some football fans would say, that's his level at the
That's
moment.
his level. It's not. I think he's very good. He's got all the pedigree. He's been to big clubs. He's coached well. He just hasn't got past that stage. You need, even as a coach, you need to get past that stage and then get a chance at a little bit of a bigger club that'll play that way. Or he can go back to the championship, one of the big teams, and he'll dominate there, no problem. Because, yeah, like I said, if you give him good players, possession style, he'll do very well because that's what he's trying to do. But if you don't
I
have
mean,
those
good
technical
players will
possession
always
style
get you
players, well, it's
results,
not going to happen.
irrespective of whether the manager is good tactically or not.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, Tabeho, you want to add anything to that before I move on to the next item?
Yeah, I'm back. Can you hear me? Sorry about it. Someone just called me.
All right, Crystal clear. We can hear you very well.
All good.
Yeah, just to add on that, I remember a Spanish coach, Del Bosque. That coach for me is, I don't rate him, but again, he had
The
one of the
mustache
best
man.
players.
The
Yeah,
mustache
the
man.
mustache man.
Okay.
Yes. So he
Mhm.
had a lot of players that knows pushing football. That's why Spain dominated. So that's why, like Dante is saying, I think it's good having a coach that likes to control the game, likes position, and then if you keep position, you keep away the ball from
You
your
don't risk
opponent.
a lot.
Exactly. So that's my take. Hopefully we smash Burnley, but again, the Premier League is not easy league. So we better be focused and be careful. But I hope we win today.
Yeah, I hope we win. I don't want us to risk a lot to go. Maybe what I fear the most is going into the game with the mindset that yeah, it's Burnley, we're definitely beating them, which is something I say a common that's commonplace when you have a very young squad like ours. But I think I've seen The signs are good. The players are maturing. Hopefully, we get a win today. Imagine Pulisic on Maresca. I've actually forgotten the sort of player Pulisic is actually. Whether he do well under Maresca, well, he's a winger, very direct. Yeah, maybe. But I don't want to start imagining that it didn't happen. Nice to see you, bro. I do hope you're doing well. My brother from another mother. I do hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for finding the time to join the conversation. Always nice to see you. And MC should be rested. Marco Correa. I think he will be, but we'll see. Maresca should start Garnacho. I think he starts this game. I'd be shocked if it doesn't. Atanda Oladi Meji, Akugbadu, greetings to
Who is
you.
MC
And
coach?
sorry,
Caicedo or Cucurella?
what did you
Is
say?
it Cucurella he means or Caicedo? Which one did he mean?
Appreciate that. And here he says we need to score an early goal today. As most away games, Neto and Enzo need to be taken off early to be fresh for Barcelona. But 3 points are crucial. Estevão a sub possibly, but the fact that he didn't again they played their friendlies in Europe makes it difficult to say for certain whether he starts or not. You know, that's a strong argument that because he didn't travel to South America, that he's ready to start. But I see Enzo Maresca preferring him starting against Barcelona rather than start this one. But he'd be on the bench. Kusho, my brother, always nice to see you, David Johnson. I appreciate you finding the time to join the conversation. Always nice to see people who are proud to speak Nigerian languages. I appreciate that. No disrespect to others who don't understand the language. I'm not fluent in Yoruba, to be clear, but I understand a few. I lived in Yava for a few years, but yeah, I do speak Hausa, but not Yoruba. But thank you to all of you for finding the time to join the conversation. Let's look at what the numbers tell us. And the lineup will be out in about 11 minutes. Correct me if I'm wrong, Tabeo. So let's look at
Correct.
what the numbers tell us. Vote as usual. Participate. I think probably 80% plus, or let me say at least 79%. Chelsea again. We'll vote Chelsea winning. Let's see. Ooh. Okay. 66% believes Chelsea will beat them. 25% believes it ends in a draw, and 9% believes Burnley will beat Chelsea. And by the way, they have Leslie Ugochukwu. He scored in their last game. Was it their last game? I don't know how well he's done for them, but yeah, he's been playing, and that's a good player in there. I'm not sure how to interpret their lineup. I haven't paid attention to how they apply themselves once the game starts. But yeah, they play with holy crap 5-4-1. But on the eyes, it looks like an attacking approach once the game starts. Maybe they play with wing backs, so practically maybe the application a back three. Dante, let's hear you.
Yeah, they will push their fullbacks forward as well. So
more like a back three.
yeah, it's a bit like in possession, out of possession, just like we do as well. So when they attack, they'll attack with a couple will tuck in, and then some of the wing backs go forward as well. They like to push those forward as well. So yeah, pretty much. That's why they can be quite attacking when they push those two fullbacks forward as well, and then midfielders they go forward. The other two tuck in as well. So they can be quite attacking. They'll throw like 6 players in the box, just like we do. So that's why they scored quite a lot of goals this season, because when they attack, they like to attack with numbers. So it's been good for them, but also their downfall as well, like I said. So it just depends. It depends if it works on the day, but yeah, at least they don't just sit back full low block and they sit, which is probably more difficult for us.
The application is attacking, but the starting lineup looks defensive.
Yeah, and like I said, they still set back into a defensive when they're defending. They'll set back into defensive setup, but when they attack, they'll attack a bit more with more players. It's just that transition. We can catch them between that area. We've got players to catch them, but the problem is today the weather. Like I said, that will really not play in our favor. Speed won't be. Speed doesn't matter today because it's going to be very wet. So yeah, it'll be quite a slog, I think. Hopefully, we get a couple of goals early or a goal early because that's going to be very important today.
And what do you make of FOTMOB suggesting that would see James and Gusto on the pitch, with Gusto starting in the midfield? It does make sense from the perspective, you can say, looking at things from Caicedo's perspective, the fact that he traveled. And during the manager's presser, I think he did say something to the effect of him that he hadn't seen him at the time, actually. So, which means he's had just yesterday.
He
No,
arrived late.
which
Yeah.
means he's had just the evening session to train. Uh, so
I don't
this
think he
makes
played that
sense if
much in
you
that
want to look
second
at things
game.
from that perspective. Go ahead.
Did he play much in that second game to Beg? I don't think he played that much, did he? I don't think
But even
so.
at that, he had to
He
travel.
played. He played the second game. He was the captain, so he played that. He played almost 90 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. But I'll just double check right now.
Yeah, double check. Was the first one he didn't play? Which one? I can't remember.
No,
It's too many.
I think he played both games. But let me check.
Yeah, and that's why I said maybe him because he's coming back late. But I think, look, Andres Santos can probably do that job. If you can probably do the job if you really against teams like this, you should have those guys that can come in and do that job against teams like Burnley, to be honest. So um, the weather might help that as well. Like I said, the weather, if it's really wet, well, then it's going to be quite a slog, especially in the middle part of the pitch. It's probably better to have an extra midfielder in there because of that as well. It's going to be hard to run fast and out wide if it's really wet and the ball's not really. There's wet and then there's really wet when the ball slides quickly, but then when the ball stops because it's too wet. So, uh, yeah, it was really raining pretty hard. Hopefully, it has stopped because if it keeps raining that hard, it's going to be very hard to play on that pitch. Game might even get stopped if it keeps raining that much.
He
Irrespective.
played
Hmm.
90 minutes both games.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, he'd be on the bench. I think, like Dante, as Dante mentioned, we're most likely to see Andreas Santos than Reece James, in my opinion. Then, if need be, Reece James will be on the bench in case things don't go our
Look,
way.
Reece can play that midfield role, like you say, coach, and he probably might not play maybe against Barcelona, and then he'll play against Arsenal again. Maybe that as well.
So you're saying for balance, we might still see James there. But
Yes, and
Caicedo looks
yes,
unlikely.
yeah, and strength because Reece James is a powerful guy. Still, he can run in the wet very easily. That's probably when
I
players
mean,
like that are
pace
at
is
the
the
best.
only issue there.
Yeah, we don't need pace in the wet too much, but strength in your legs you need in the wet. It doesn't matter. Usually, the bigger guys, slower guys, when it's wet, they shine because yeah, they're strong. They can, it's in the wet. It's very heavy. You've played in the wet, maybe, coach. I'm not sure how many times you've played in the wet.
I
It's
played
not.
mainly on gravel.
Oh, okay, very different. No, yeah, look, very different. Gravel.
I'm
uh,
serious. Even at Yaba, the only time I played on grass was school games.
oh, okay, yeah, no, well, yeah, there is a big difference, obviously. So on nice stadiums, like really good quality stadiums, nice grass, heavier it gets,
Even
harder.
now,
Yeah,
mainly there's a mixture. You could say they don't have good maintenance culture.
no, of course not.
Yeah, it's a mix of gravel, grass, not nothing,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
easy
yeah.
to break your leg. Actually,
Oh yeah, definitely. No,
yeah.
I've
But
played
go
on
ahead.
those. I played on those early on as well. Though, no problem. I've played on that type of pitches. But yeah, the better pitches, they're good if they're a little bit wet. Hence, all the stadiums you see, all the best teams, they wet the ground pretty well before a game. The sprinklers are always on because it makes the ball slide nicely. You move the ball really quickly, nicely. But when there's more water, it's heavier and the ball doesn't move quite that well. It slows down, but more in running wise. The guys that are a bit thinner, that normally are speedsters, they struggle in that type of because you tire 10 times quicker on a heavy pitch, wet pitch, than on a dry pitch. So yeah, that's why I said James will probably actually be really good in that midfield. He's because the way he passes the ball, strong, and he's got very strong legs. He's good for that environment. It won't bother him too much.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna stop the poll. Come back, get catch up with what we have in the live chat. Then come back to the panel. We'll look at the numbers, what the numbers suggest that we, and then hopefully soon the lineup comes out soon, and then we'll look at it and call it this, so that some of us that still have time can go join Tobejo on the show. What do we have here? The poll, which asks the question: should Maresca start or rest Estevão versus Burnley? 53% says start him. 12% says rest him. 9% says start and sub early. 25% says bench impact sub. I'd go with a 25% bench and impact sub. Not risk too much. I think he'd have more fun. He'd have more fun against Barcelona than today. Probably the weather is still an issue for him. But that's, by the way, that's just my opinion anyway. We'll see what
Are
the
you
manager
staying on till
does.
the game, coach, or how long are you staying on?
Sorry?
How long are you staying on? Till what time? Are you going all the way till the game?
This is the pregame show. Talk
Okay,
about
so
the lineup, and that's it.
all right. And I just got to go for now anyway. I'll try to be back in half an hour or so.
All right, no problem. Then. Thank you so much
All
for
right.
joining.
No worries. See you, Tobago.
So I'm gonna end the poll so I get
Right,
a chance
Andy.
to put another poll to beg for likes. Yeah, we still do beg for likes. We're not a big account yet, but keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the conversation. Now we have 21 people following the show on YouTube, but we have 10 likes. We can do a lot better than that. So what do we have in the chat here? We have Jay and Sekachila. It's been 3 years since World Cup 2022 started. Okay. And we have Jay here. Big up to you too, Jay. Nice to see you. Chelsea win. 3-1 Chelsea win. I think he will start Estevão just because he wants Neto available for the big game. The CB choice will be more interesting. I think I agree. We might see Josh or even what's his name, Tolson Adarabioyo. But let's see what happens there. You can say to a certain measure, Maresca is predictably unpredictable. You know, no one is sure what he's going to do. Big up to you too, Mike and Newm. Nice to see you. And the the gravel hard concrete FC. Even here's the thing, there aren't too many good facilities except in the cities proper. Like even in Yaba, the pitches I remember we played it at the time. As 2004, 2005. Some of them still dangerous. That if you fall, a lot of scratches all over your knee, everywhere. In Enugu, the same thing, except when I play school football. Yeah, I agree. But that's what you do from you. Maresca might start Enzo and Santos together with Neto, Nacho on the wings and Pedro 10 at the lap 9, Caicedo, James, and Estevão on the bench. Let's not forget who didn't play during the international. Yeah, we did consider those things. Is that Wiz Paparazzi Beats? But that's Neuro Beats. But you remind me of Wiz Paparazzi Beat, a regular here. But nice to see you. I don't know who's who right now, given what Google has done, changed people's names. And yeah, let's see. Hopefully, the lap will score today and not get any more red cards and get into fights with defenders. He's still going to be aggressive, but probably as he matures, he'll do it in moderation and not get carded for the for playing that way. So keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes that do go a long way. 21 people still following the show on YouTube, and we have just 12 likes. You can do a lot better than that. In total, we have 163 followers, but only 24 on YouTube. The rest are shared between X and Facebook. Whether equally, Coachella doesn't know. But please, more likes, people, more likes. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. The likes do go a long way. Right, let's see what else do we have here. If the lap keeps getting sent off, then he will be voted the worst signing for Chelsea. How many times has he been sent off? Once. Is it twice? And I missed the count. Let's hope the lab can break. I think he can. I want Caicedo to rest today. I think we might. He will be on the bench. I don't think he starts. I'll be shocked shocked if he does, but we'll see. He needs that, and we should win some games without him. Our dependency on him is wild, and it can at some point become an issue. So I agree with you. So let's look at what the numbers tell us. Okay, we've participated in the poll, and majority 60% plus, 66% plus believes Chelsea will beat them. So let's look at what insights, stats, aka insights, what they tell us. Excuse me. The lad needs to shoot more if he has the room. I think he shoots instinctively too. I can guarantee you he does that very well. And but we have Neuro Beats says, Coach, this is my first time here. I've subbed up and hit the like button. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for doing that. And you are probably already know how we operate here. Uh, Here, your opinion matters. It's not just about the panelists; it's about us, your opinion, my opinion, and then we try to come to a sensible conclusion. Here, feel at home, express yourself. We just ask one thing of you, just keep it simple. Thank you so much, Neuro Beats. Always nice to see new people here. Thank you so much. And if you have time, please say hello to Neuro Beats and welcome him to Chelsea Perspective. So let's see what the numbers tell us. Insight. Burnley have scored 8 goals in their last 5 matches. Okay. And we have scored 11 goals in our last 5 matches. Disparity of 3. They scored 5, we scored 8. So if we're going by that alone, but here's the thing, numbers or stats, if you want to call them that, or maybe insights, they give you a good idea with regards to what the most likely outcome of a particular game would be. It's not a certainty in case you're into betting and hoping that you can say it just gives you a good idea. So if we're going by goals, overall goals in 5 games, you'd say, okay, then maybe they'd score, but we'll most likely outscore them. But I want you to always go back to the quote that you cannot script football. The game is played over 90 minutes plus added time. Another one is that the game is not played on paper. You just get a good idea with regards to what the most likely outcome would be. And remember, this is a game where there's something called underdogs. So they've considered the most penalties this season, 3 in total. Chelsea haven't lost to Burnley in their last 11 meetings, 8 wins, 3 draws. Once again, as much as this sounds like it's a done deal for us, remember, you just cannot script football. It's not played on paper, it's played over 90 minutes plus added time. The last one, Martin Dubravka is ranked 1 in saves per match in the competition, 4.2. And usually when we face good goalkeepers like this, it just seems as if you could say we don't score a lot, but I hope that doesn't happen today. João Pedro is ranked number 1 in big chances created in the competition, 5 in total. So he's been, you can say, performing in silence, if there's anything like that. Santos Enzo pivot, we might see that, and just say Santos Enzo pivot can do a job against Burnley. I'm going to say this again. I love Santos. For me, he's more of a hybrid of 8 and 6. And in the absence of Caicedo, right now, we don't have, again, too many players that are good at shielding our back line as effectively as Caicedo does. That's just my opinion anyway, but you get the point. So let's see, Santos. Yeah, not a bad one, but we'll see. Chelsea in the title race. Mathematically, yes. From the perspective of where we are at with regards to our project, I'd say no. There are a lot of other factors in play, but we're maturing quicker than I had expected. I knew we will eventually click and be world beaters. I don't think we're quite there yet, but yeah, that's not to say it cannot happen. It can. Maresca is a good tactician. Plus, we have a very good squad. But let's see. But Maresca don't trust Santos as a six. I don't blame him. Honestly, I'm not saying he's a bad player. It's a matter of profile or maybe experience, or you could say the difference in profile between him and what we're used to Caicedo. So I think it take a lot to convince us that yeah, he can actually get the job done in the absence of Caicedo. So
Yeah,
maybe he's good enough, but because the standard, yeah, is so high, the standard set by Caicedo is so high that you can say it'd be difficult to yeah accept that he's good enough at fulfilling that number six role. Maybe it's that human thing of you can say when you expect so much of your fellow human being, you hardly ever get satisfied with whatever they do. Yeah, they don't do enough that yeah, you look at it and say yeah, because yeah, the expectation is the bar has been set so high. So maybe I'm wrong. Do you think we'll win the league in 26? I mean, strong possibility. But right now, there are a lot of factors in play. You say the experience of the squad is still a factor, even though we won two trophies last season. There are things that have happened that shows we're not quite there yet. But that's not to say we can't do it. We can. But I'd go with yeah. If anything, would be close to, but probably not going to be able to pull it off for multitude of reasons. But that's by the way. So let's look at other things here. In our last 5 games, in their last 5 games, they lost 3-1-2, and they've averaged. I can't. I don't. I'm not sure I can calculate these accurately without a calculator there. Okay, they scored two here, scored none here, scored two here, scored one here. So probably about 1 point something goals per game. So, but for us, we scored three. We lost one, the loss against Sunderland, 1-3, and drew one. So, but we scored three here against Wolves, scored two here against Karabakh, one against Tottenham, four against Wolves again. So I think we should be around 2 point something or 1.8. I'm not able to do that. It could be wrong, but at least we'll score a lot more per game per 90 minutes than they do. He says that maybe Man City could win the league in 26 and Arsenal finishing second again. I mean, finishing second is their birthright, right? So, but let's see what happens there. The lineup should be out by now since the
5 minutes
game starts.
left.
Oh, okay, because it starts at 6:30, not 6 my time. So,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So, where do you want to come in? Anything else you want to talk about here, Tabeo?
Yeah, I saw my buzz comment about Enzo playing a six deep line playmaker. I think as Chelsea fans, we need to understand that Enzo Fernandez won't be used in the same way each and every game. So sometimes going to play deep, sometimes he won't because of the opponents we're playing against. So that's my take on that. If we play
And
against
in the
those low
absence
blocks,
of Caicedo, it'd be a huge risk to utilize him as a deep line playmaker in this game.
100% because Enzo Fernandez is not the quickest, so they're going to expose him. So that's why Enzo Maresca doesn't really play him as a deep line playmaker a lot.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. My boss says, Coach, hopefully Chelsea can win the FA Cup and Carabao. I think we'll win at least one trophy this season. But which one? I don't know. It's still a long way to go. And my bro here, Neuro Beats. Neuro says, thank you for the welcome, Kachila. Nice vibes. Yeah, big up the chat. I think we will dominate the game. Hence why I think Maresca could give Santos a chance in the sixth position. Again, I hope we win. More importantly, I don't see Caicedo starting this game. I hope whoever starts does well enough to help us get all 3 points. And then we'll start looking forward to the game against Barcelona. Once again, welcome and thank you for joining the conversation. Let's see what else do we have here. I am optimistic that Chelsea can win the Carabao Cup and FA Cup in 2016, 2027, so to speak. Is that 2026? Sorry, I can't read. Coach Newcastle were lucky last season for winning the Carabao Cup. Isaac's goal carried Newcastle, and he says if not for his goals, Newcastle United would have struggled. I mean, it's a possibility. We're speaking in hindsight now. Now Isak is struggling for Liverpool, and he cannot walk through any other defense anymore like he used to last season for Newcastle. I think eventually the Liverpool team will click. And if you remember, we told people here signing again. They signed a lot of players. I mean, it only makes sense that they're struggling right now. You don't just sign 10,000 players and expect them to click just like this. I knew they were going to struggle, and I don't think it's necessarily down to the manager's approach, but you could fault the manager to a certain extent for not knowing how to be pragmatic enough to sometimes, you can say, get good results. The signs were there when they were scraping wins
Yeah,
by 1-0 at the start of the season. I knew eventually, yeah, they will struggle. But again, eventually, to the opposite direction, they will click. Hopefully, if I think they're not going to be in a rush to, you could say, sack the manager because they made a lot of changes. And some players you don't just let go like that, but maybe he wanted to leave. Letting Luis Diaz go was a huge mistake, probably because they don't rate him that much. But go ahead. You were saying something to Beho.
yeah. Just to add to that, right? I remember Obi Mikel made a fantastic point. Said under Roman Ibrahimovic, every summer when Chelsea sign players, was signing 2 or 3 world class players so that they cannot disturb the chemistry into the team. So hopefully, as time goes on, under this sporting director, we can do something like that. No need to sign 5, 6 players in each and every season. It doesn't help to build the chemistry.
Yeah, I mean, football plug and play doesn't work all the time, for lack of a more specific language or term. There, uh, it was never again. If you understand how football works, you'll know that Liverpool, yeah, it was going to be a difficult season for them. And I've seen Carragher online suggesting that they should sign players in January. They shouldn't. I think if they do, the situation will worsen because what the players they've signed, they just need time. They made excellent signings, but those signings they need time to gel. If you sign more players as a solution, you're actually not solving the problem. You're making it worse. But that's my opinion anyway. So let's see what else do we have here. I think we've actually addressed, you know, everything we need to look at here. I think, yeah, we might not see Caicedo start. Chances are we're going to see either Josh Achiampong or Tosin Adara Bioyo. That's just my opinion. I think we might see Hato actually. But that's my opinion. We'll see. It's one of those games that, given some players had to travel for international assignments, it's usually difficult to accurately predict to a considerable measure the players that the manager will select on the day. So let's see. I think we'll go back for news hunting. Let's see if anything new emerged as the show progressed. And don't forget, people, Tabejo has a live show scheduled. Yeah, watch along. Always fun to hear him scream, uh, scream at his camera. But I hope that we don't get to a point where he'd have to be screaming at his camera because that's usually a sign that we're not playing well. Let's see. What else do we have here? Mavas says, okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Match host Trend TV. I think your avatar is one of the reasons why I was able to recognize that that was you. YouTube, they did something weird. You know, team news out. Oh, okay. I didn't know. Uncle Tosin is in. I suggested we would see one of Tosin or what's his name or one of Tosin or Josh Achampong. Signing more players doesn't help. It doesn't. It's if you know football, you know that it doesn't. If anything, it compounds. You could say the situation. Yeah, the more players you sign, more time you'd need. Hardly, not all the time. You could say players, irrespective of how good they are, as long as the manager approaches the game differently, they need time to adapt. And in our case, we have, uh, not in a bad way, a very maybe not idealistic. I think the more accurate language to use there, we have a very detail oriented manager that it's usually difficult to see players come in and hit the ground running immediately, irrespective of how good you are. You need time to adapt, to learn how he likes to operate, approach the game. Santos starts, let's go. Okay, so yeah, and who a big game for Tosin, Santos, and the lab. Tosin, I don't think he's not a bad player actually. He did struggle after returning from that injury a lot. You could argue down to the fact that he was out for a while. I don't know what changed. I still trust him. I think he's one of those players capable of dealing with sustained pressure from the opposing team. I haven't changed that opinion of mine. Again, he brings that to the table. When we needed him, I think he delivered. When we had that issue of struggling, when we faced persistent pressure from the opposition, he was the only person that was able to still calm things down in such situations. But hopefully, he gives a good account of himself today. Gittins in, wow. Not. I don't remember. Tosin needs a redemption badly. I mean, maybe he does. Let's see. What does he have here? I think there's a. Oh, let me see if Fort Mob, if they have the lineup here. I'm gonna refresh this. The lab shoe hit the ground running for a multitude of reasons. But remember, given that Cole Palmer, yeah, isn't playing, that makes it a bit. You could say mm, a bit difficult for him. But he's trained with the team enough that yeah, I expect him to perform if he gets a chance to start. But had Cole Palmer been available, I think it'd make things a lot easier for him because they played together for Man City Academy and. How many goals combined? I'm not sure how many goals they scored combined, but uh, um, the numbers aren't bad actually. The numbers as Man City Academy players aren't bad. So, but with Cole Palmer out, I don't think it'd be as easy. But the fact that he's had time to train with his teammates, irrespective of whether Cole Palmer is available or not, I expect him to perform. I think he's capable of doing that as long as you can create the chances for him. And you could argue against PSG, Club World Cup final, he had two good opportunities and to an extent did his best and was unlucky. One of them, I think the first opportunity or the second, I don't know which was the first one. The one that he took, didn't hesitate, took from outside the box, and Donoyuma made an excellent save to stop it from going into the back of the net. So he could have scored two goals on the day, actually, versus PSG. And let's see, Coach, it's sad. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. I knew that was going to happen. A lot of factors in play there. I don't want to talk about it, but I think maybe, hopefully, they'd learn from it. But yeah, let's see what happens. Um, let's hope the lab doesn't get injured again like last time. Let me ask, Tabejo, the lab's injury record, what's it like?
I'm not sure. Let me double check, but I don't think he have a huge record, injury record.
Yeah, because I've seen people sound as if, yeah, he does. And do you identify as Nigerian? Um, that can now change. Even if I say I don't, yeah, that can now change. Yep, I'm not sure what else to say here, but let's leave it at that. Yep, I'm an Igbo boy. Grew up in Zaria, lived in Lagos for a few years before moving to America. So yeah, I do identify as Nigerian. That would, irrespective of if I even if I say otherwise, you know where I'm again, my country of origin or maybe birth country. But I love being an American. American is my adopted country, and I love it. So let's see. Sanchez, okay. James Tosin, Charlo, Cuckoo, Enzo, Santos, Pedro Neto, Gittins, and Delap is our lineup. Okay. Tosin, I suspected was going to start. Charlo, yep, I suspected was going to start. Kukurea, I wasn't too sure would start that game, but yeah, he starts. Santos, yeah, midfield changes like we discussed, and the lab Gittins I didn't expect to start. I thought what's his name? I thought Garnacho was going to start, but maybe the manager prefers to play him against Barcelona, and he has a good record against them, right? Tebejo.
Oh, the lab against Burnley.
The lab, no, I'm saying what's his name? Garnacho has a good record against Barcelona.
Oh yeah, I remember you mentioned it some other time when we were doing the show.
Yeah, so that might be the plan. Might have been to rest him today and then start him against Barcelona, so that yeah he deals with them. My bro Vic, how have you been, man? I hope you're doing well. Thank you for the coffee. I've had one, and you're having one too. I don't trust you when you clap for me, Vic. I I don't. Let's see. Coach Maresca prefers touchline wingers. Pulisic might have struggled under him. That was why I wasn't able to answer that question straight up. But still, you cannot say. We're speaking in hindsight now. Pulisic is an inside forward. Can also it depends on how the manager demand he apply himself on the pitch, not a touchline winger. No, everything comes down to the manager's approach. Yeah. But I get your point there because you again as an inside winger he will almost always drift inwards. 7S for Barca, not bad. Yeah, you could say. So let's see if the lineup reflects here. Dante, I'm sure you've seen the lineup.
Yeah, just checking it now.
Yeah, it's
It's
not
not.
still not showing on Fort Mob. Yeah, but go ahead.
Yeah, is that accurate? That lineup you have up, or
No, because Tosin isn't there and Gittins isn't there. So, but what do you make of the absence of Garnacho in this game? Is it because he has a good record against Barcelona?
I don't know that maybe the wet pitch, like I was telling you, might help as well. The wet pitch. He's quite a thin guy. Garnacho is a small guy, so Gittins is playing over him. Gittins is actually much as physically, he's stronger, much stronger. He's got very big. If you look at Gittins, the way he runs, it's very different. He's got those big thighs. He's quite strong. So maybe just down to the extra running that's needed in the wet weather. Maybe that. Looking at that, what I said will probably be a little bit more central play because of that as well. So Gittins is better at that as well, playing a bit more centrally than actually touchline winger. So yeah, maybe because of that. That's the only reason I can think of. I don't really see anything else tactically why he wouldn't. That's the only two I can come up with, really, to be honest.
Who else? Santos starting. Santos is in
Santos
the
is one I
lineup.
thought that might start. This is if you're going to give him a game, this will be the game to give him. Especially, it will be very tight in that midfield. So, and he's most likely going to play that deeper role. He probably won't. Enzo will be the one probably roaming, and he'll stay deeper. So that would suit him as well. So Santos, yeah, I thought that might happen. That one. Tosin, is Tosin in the back, you said as well?
Yeah, let me look at the lineup again. Sorry, I
I
can't
think it
see
was
it on the
Tosin as
screen.
well.
Yes,
Tosin, again,
Tosin
with the
and
weather,
Chalaba.
Tosin Chalobah, yeah.
again, probably because of the weather, I'm telling you. The pitch is pretty bad, getting wetter and wetter. So, there's going to be a lot of balls into the box. When it's like that, there's a lot of crosses into the box, especially for a team like Burnley. They're going to put a lot of crosses in the box. So I think he's there because of that, most likely. To any set piece, any worry for a set piece, he'll be there to everything to head everything out as he usually does when he's played. He's always done well at that. So I think, yeah, because they do like to come from wide areas as well, usually Burnley. So I think that's the thinking behind that. Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, I think trying too hard to impress isn't something one can control, especially when you're still young. It's something that you can say that's driven subconsciously. Except if you realize and say, take a step back a bit and say, yeah, I need to slow down a bit. But let's see how he applies himself today. I think that was a lot. I'm going to be honest, coach, but Josh not getting minutes when he has proved several times this year that he's better than some of the CBs we have is bad. Here's the thing. There may be reasons for his absence, and we don't know because we've been there before. We've had we had a period when um, people were busy selecting the manager for his absence. It turned out that he was ill and hadn't trained for days and only had one training session before that pre-game show. So we don't know. And here's the annoying aspect of the whole thing. Journalists don't ask important questions as again with regards to players' absence. They just want to, you can say, the questions they ask are usually driven by fans' sentiment, not even the important aspect of, you could say, some important fans' sentiment, like the question Jay's concerned, as you can tell from his comment in the live chat there, unfortunately, but Maresca likes him and he's played him in games that suggest that he trusts him. So if he's not playing, I believe there are acceptable reasons behind him not getting selected. Honestly, I don't think he'd just do that for the sake of doing it. I don't think it has to do with his attitude because if his attitude was an issue, I don't think he would have gotten the chance to play in some of the big games he's played for Chelsea. So I'm not just gonna just conclude that Maresca is doing him dirty by not playing him, but I want to hear from you, Dante and Tobejo, your thoughts on Josh's absence.
Yeah, I mean, today, like I said, wet pitch. It's not a game for Josh to be putting Josh into that game today. Definitely not today. The other games, maybe one or two, maybe he could have started, but I mean, that's in hindsight. Again, we don't know what happens at training. We don't know what happens off the field. We don't know a lot of things. So there's a lot that just goes into it. You can't just say, "Oh, it's really bad. He's not playing him at all." Well, we don't know. It tactical. It could be, like I said, he's not training well. Maybe he's got a little niggle. He's playing, for a little bit of an injury. There's so many reasons. We don't know the answers to that, unfortunately. I wish the journalists that interviews might ask some of those questions, but they don't. So we don't find
They
out that
don't. That's the thing. They focus on fan sentiment. If you pay attention to the sort of question they ask, but go
Yeah,
ahead.
only Ray, she's good. She'd ask pretty good questions, but the rest of them is all just rubbish that is not relevant. We already know the answers, and they just ask it again. So yeah, look, they're the questions he needs to be asked more and find out exactly why. But today's definitely not a day I play Josh Achimpong in the wet away at Burnley. You don't play a 19-year-old that I definitely Tosin is a good call for me playing. Like I said, if there was a perfect weather and stuff, maybe, but not today. Definitely not in that game.
Yeah, Tobejo, what do you think? Jay thinks Maresca. I don't want to. I nearly started remixing what he said there, but I don't want to do that. I don't think it's okay. But he
Look, he
thinks
can say
Maresca
this
is.
when if he goes on for another 6 months like this, he can start saying things like that. Maybe if we don't know nothing, but not after 4 games.
Yeah, and not after you could say he's had opportunities in big games actually. Some of which, if I was asked before a kickoff again before the lineups came out, I'd say yeah, no chance he starts. Um, but Temeho, let's hear you. I'm not going to start slating the manager. We've been there before. At least for that reason
Yeah,
alone, it's important that we respect the manager's decision, knowing that yeah, he's shown that he can trust him. He's spoken very highly of him, uh, giving him opportunity in big games. Actually, I'm not sure what else to say. I'm not his lawyer, but I don't. I think it's too early to start complaining. But let's hear you.
yeah. For me, as much as I don't want him to stay, but again, it's important to play him in order get him fit, get him ready, play him so that he can get his form back. So as much as I like Joshua Chimpong, he's still young, man. He needs to learn a lot of things. So let the experienced guys play. Yes, this moment is not doing very well, but again, last season he was one of our key players. So if you get him into form, I think it benefits Chelsea Football Club going forward, especially during the December time. We're going to have a lot of fixtures. Surely Josh is going to get some minutes as well. So as much as I don't want Tosin to start, but again, I'm not the coach. Like Dante says, we don't know what is happening in the dressing room, training, those kind of things. So let's believe the coach. And if it backfires, we can go to Enzo Maresca. Now we got it wrong. Hopefully, he can fix it. Those kind of things.
We'll see. Let me catch up what we have then. Dante, I think FOTMOB now reflects the accurate lineup. I'll come back to ask you if you would have done anything differently. You know, I like drilling you whenever I have you on the panel here. So let's see. I'm not sure what you're trying to say here, honestly. But
Careful with
Neuro
words,
thinks.
coach. Don't get
Sorry.
careful with the words you say, please.
Uh,
Don't.
Jesus Christ. I am not gonna go to hell. I will not. And God, you understand? Jesus Christ. Dante, please, can you leave me alone? Leave me alone.
It
I
snapped him
beg
pretty
you.
quick. Oh, interesting.
Oh my word. Jesus, I cannot unsee that. that that's Jesus, you just ruined you know how okay. uh,
That red light behind you is flickering quite a lot. That red light. So be careful.
All right. James is going to invert into the midfield next to Santos with Enzo moving forward. Maresca is saving Josh for Lewandowski at the bridge because Josh has handled has handled himself very well against big strikers. Yeah, maybe. But you don't leave out a player that long if you really want to use, you could say, utilize them in an important, again, in an in a very important game, just like you've mentioned there, they'd be match rusty. You can't just leave out a player you want to perform in a certain game and not play them in games before that game. They'd be match rusty. It's really that simple. Even chemistry will be an issue. I get it, they train together, but match chemistry is a different thing, in my opinion. Let's see. Michael Neum is saying that Tosin isn't the problem. You could argue. Again, he was out injured. I haven't stopped trusting him. I think he's one of our, you can say, best box defenders we have. He reads the game very well. You just don't want to set up in a manner that he'd find, you can say, he'd find himself needing to catch up to deal with a counter attack. But besides that, actually, I think he did look come across as a bit rusty. or maybe lethargic, maybe. I don't know what be the most accurate. Not let's say he's looked not so the Tosin that I've always, or you can say, spoken highly of, with regards to how he's able to deal with a persistent pressure with the opposition more effectively than our other than the younger defenders we have there. You get the point. From Florida. Okay, I'm guessing you're saying salute from Florida, and your name is Aldo Castro. 2475. Nice to see you. Salutes to you from where I am. Apologies, it's a language that I don't understand, but I was able to, you can say, understand that you're trying to say hello. Yeah, he's going to that place. Oh God, I cannot unsee that. Tosin Cowell, Achimbong have good pairing with anybody but Chalobah. But here's the thing, something Tosin brings. I think it'd be correct to say Hato is right up there. Hato just needs to settle in, settle in very well. Hato has good passing range. He's able to orchestrate line breaking passes from that defensive line. But Tosin has it too. So Tosin is a good passer of the ball. You could argue in this order, it is Levi Colwell, Badia Shile, then Tosin. Correct me if I'm wrong, Dante.
That's how it was. Yes.
You're not just agreeing with me for the sake of, you can say, me forgiving you for what you just did.
That's how it was. It can change, but that's how it was before. Yes.
I think it's still like that, really. Tosin is, you can say, considerable good on in terms of his passing range, in my opinion. But that's, by the way, Dante. Let's look at the lineup now. We know this is the starting structure, but I'm going to call it out because we have it on the screen now. Sanchez between the sticks. Just quickly, before we discuss the lineup. We didn't hear Jorgensen complain about game time until Sanchez said openly that the club has told him that he's the number one.
I mean, the club
That
don't
just
need.
occurred to me. I thought about that yesterday and concluded that might have been one of the reasons why you could argue Philip Jorgensen realized, yeah, I might have to go somewhere to go get game time since, yeah, this brother here, the club told him that he's the number one. But let's hear your opinion on that.
Yeah, I don't think that that's the case. To be honest, I think he already knows that. I mean, he would be
But
very
the
have to
fact
be
that
very.
he said it openly.
Doesn't matter, coach. I mean, you're talking about the post that Chelsea posted on Chelsea FC. You mean just? I mean, I don't know if that's. It's yeah, he's our number one, but I
No,
think everybody
during an
knows that.
interview,
Oh,
he
okay. I thought it was that
discussing
post.
how we can say how far he's come, improvements and all that, what he's learned, something to eat. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
he
Nothing wrong
did.
with that.
I'm not going to say the exact words he used. I'm not going to say something to the effect of he did say, quote unquote, that the club told him that he's the number one. For me, if I were Jorgensen, I'd look to leave too. But
No,
let's hear your opinion.
that's Jorgensen knows he's not number one. He knows that already. He doesn't need to be told. It's that. I thought you were talking about the marketing. I saw a marketing thing, like
No,
you know.
no, not that. But that
Okay.
clearly highlights the fact that there's no competition here. That Jorgensen is the number two.
No, there is competition, but Sanchez is that much better at the moment than him, so he's number two. I mean, he knows that. I mean, couple of times he's played, like I said, he hasn't looked good, very good. So that hasn't helped him either. So, in my opinion, it's definitely the Denmark thing. And like I said,
I mean, his
this will happen with.
position. You did mention. Can I do a tap in a bit? Let me see if I'm correct. You did mention the fact that he has the opportunity to become their number one because the other goalkeeper is aging and on the verge of retirement, something to that effect.
Yep, yep. Yeah, and he's played recently he's played in the recent games he's played as well. So yeah, and he was sort of in with the squad always, but didn't really play that much. But he's been playing recently, and I think he thinks he can probably keep that position if, and I'm assuming probably the Denmark management might have told him, yeah, we like you this, but you need to play week in out if you want to keep this position. So it's usually what
I
happens, to
mean,
be honest. And
duh.
he's good enough. Yeah, he's good enough to get that position. So I think it's got more to do with that than him, knowing that he's not number one. I mean, he's not dumb. He knows he's not number one. He knows he's much better at the moment, Sanchez, than him. So he's still young, developing, but he needs more game time if he needs and he wants that position in Denmark. Yeah, and with the Euros coming up and that, he's something like that can really change his player's mind straight away.
And had he done well in the games that he's had opportunities to guard the sticks for us this season, I think they still be sharing minutes like we did last season. Like one of them playing in Europe, the other.
No,
You don't
no,
think
coach.
so?
It was easy for him last season because it was the Conference League, and we were in the. Don't forget, we entered the cups early, much earlier than normally. Now we're entering them later as well. So there was a few more cup games that he could play, and early in the Conference League, he was the starter. He hasn't. He's not starting in the Champions League. A little bit different. So he's not getting as much game time. I think if that was the case this season as well, if we say we were Europa League and he's playing in the Europa League, or the cup games start a bit earlier and we played in some of the cup competitions a bit earlier, I think that's different. He plays enough, but now he just has not played. He's only played 2 games the whole season.
Yeah, I'm afraid the devil is really using a lot of people here to try to drag me to the H negative place, but it's not going to happen. You see what Jay's saying there, right? He's into
I see.
pants. I think, you know what, Jay? Since you don't want to stop saying it, I'm going to start saying you're into pants.
I think so. He's into pulling pants down, I think, yeah.
Yeah, to be more specific, you're into pulling pants down. So since you don't want to stop saying it, I'm going to start saying you're into pulling pants down, and I'm serious. And it just comes to mind. And if you're listening, our bro in Glen 10, Glen. Glenn, I do hope you're doing well. I haven't forgotten about you. Usually comes to mind to try and reach out to see how you're coping with your situation. Stay strong. I always remember about you. You always come to mind when I'm praying. If you believe in higher powers, I'll keep praying for you. But just remember, if you need to talk with anybody, I'm always available. My DM is open for you, my bro. Much love to you. And also the blue Tiffle game. A brother I love to hate, or hate to love, which is the correct way to phrase it. But yeah, I do miss you, bro. If you're watching, remember we love you. So let's see. Jay, please leave me alone. I'm not reading that. And Neuro Beats says Maresca has been saying that Sanchez is a number one from last season, coach. But at some point, he flip-flopped. There was a time that Sanchez struggled a bit. He dropped him, correct me if I'm wrong, Dante, and then started Jorgensen a few games, and then went back to saying, Sanchez is still the number he's still the number one. Also, it's Jorgensen's fault for turning down the Strasbourg loan early in the summer. Did he? I didn't think we considered loaning him out.
No, he wasn't for
Because
loaning,
he finished the season well. I think the plan has always been to keep him so that he continues to develop as our second choice goalkeeper. As much as I hate to say that, but yeah, that's clearly what it was. Chelsea should sign Ter Stegen on a 6-month loan. I don't like him really. I don't think he's a good shot stopper. Or maybe I don't think he's getting better than Sanchez, not even close. And if he's still, you say, maybe I don't want to misquote anybody. He still harbors maybe the hope of rekindling negotiations or talks with Chelsea to join, because he really wanted to join us, and he did tell the Milan hierarchy at the time that if he doesn't join Chelsea, he's going to run down his contract and leave as a free agent. And I think he's doing that now.
They did make him captain.
Yeah, trying to convince him.
Yep. and he took it though.
When
He's taken the
Allegri,
captaincy.
correct me if when he took over, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they tried to convince him, and now they've realized what a mistake they've made, in my opinion.
But
So that,
usually, if a
mhm.
player accepts the captaincy, in my experience, in that means he's accepted the club basically.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's accepted the the contract offer they have on the table for him.
No, I'm just saying why would he accept the captaincy? He wouldn't have accepted the captaincy. He didn't need to. If he was bad and he's definitely leaving and they're not negotiating a contract and that, the way I see it, he got captain and he chose to receive the captainship because maybe there's intent there to stay. Otherwise, you don't get the captaincy. I don't see
Maybe
that
there
happening.
is, but I just go with he's just being a professional.
No, coach. No, coming from a team as well, the team would not give him the captaincy either. You don't give him the captain if you know he's leaving in 6 months. You don't give him the
Why
captainship.
hasn't he signed another contract?
Well, that's what I mean. There might be talking about it. There might be negotiation or whatever, but there might be an offer on the table. We just don't know. But a club would not just give a player a captainship if he's going to leave 3 months in January. Able to sign for someone else, which is in next month, basically. You don't give a player the captaincy, and a player doesn't accept the captaincy if he's going to leave as well. If he's 100% he's going, you don't accept the captaincy. That does not look good on a player at all from his teammates and inside the dressing room and after. So that's the only reason I have a bit of hard time believing that, because of the captaincy.
All right. The fact that he hasn't signed, I'm not sure how else to see it, but that's, by the way, you can see
Yeah,
the
yeah.
lineup on the screen. Sanchez between the sticks, two center backs in Chalobah and Tosin, and I suspected we were going to see one of Tosin or Achimpong. Right back, Reece James. Left back, Marco Correa. At it, we were going to see Hato. Two sixes, Andreas Santos, Enzo Fernandez. I think Santos will most likely operate as a, you can say he'd be the one to charge with the responsibility of screening, of protecting our defensive line. Enzo Fernandez, I think we still see where we'd have two tens occupying one of the two pockets there. Him and, yeah, be correct. Him and João Pedro. Right wing Neto, left wing Jamie Gittins, number 9 Liam Delap. On the bench, let's see, where is it? Let's see who's on the bench. Philip Jorgensen, Benoit Badiashile.
Probably there. And that's why James is there as well, for that, to invert into that midfield. And Santos, yeah, this is a game you put him in as well, because that midfield will be there'll be a lot of the ball will be a lot in that midfield, so it's a good game for him to get involved in as well. So I don't mind it. I think it's a good lineup. We've got pretty strong lineup. I would have liked Cucurella to probably rest, but then you can't play Hato and Gittins. That won't work. Not now anyway. So that's why Cucurella's still probably there. But yeah, good lineup, strong lineup, solid at the back in the air. We got the midfield, which is good. João Pedro, the two more. See, Neto's more of a power winger. I see him. He'll be good in the wet, and I see Gittins becoming that as well, because he's got those big legs. The way he runs, he's more of a becoming into a power winger as well. So those two are perfect for wet weather. So yeah, and the lap, of course, again, workhorse, strong, perfect for this type of weather as well.
Yeah, and quickly, official Jimmy 7405. Don't use more than 3 emojis. If you do, Nightbot, not a human being, the robot, or maybe the AI that's policing the chat, will delete your message and might time you out, actually. So please do not use more than 3 emojis. And it looks like you're new here. And if that's the case, welcome to the Chelsea Perspective community. Here, your opinion matters. All we ask of you is just to keep it civil. So, Jimmy, please do not use more than 3 emojis. I've been saying for 1,000 years that I'll find time to make it, you can say, to program it to be a bit lenient. Not program, maybe set it, because, yeah, I didn't create the software. Let's see, what else do we have here? Hopefully, today's game should favor us. I hope so. And Winnie Roberts says it 2-0. Okay, we'll see. Why is that it not rotating? Maresca does. Who told you Ateta isn't rotating? Have you paid attention? maybe not as much as Maresca. Uncle Tosin and brother Chaloba, Father Lord, I rebuke the spirit of heartbreak today. Official Jimmy sounds like a Nigerian, definitely. That's typical Nigerian thing there. I rebuke you in Jesus' name by fire, by force. Okay, let's see. Morning lads, Man United fan here. Just dropped in to see if Garnacho is playing. Okay, have you seen whether he's playing or not? He is playing, and you guys will regret selling him to us. Yeah, I'm happy we signed him. Wasn't for it at first, but I did. I took a step back and realized, yeah, I was just, you could say, I shouldn't be doing, you could say, advocating for the club not to sign him at the time because, yeah, he's a good player. And Tabeo, when is your game starting?
You mean my stream?
Yeah.
My stream in the next 20 minutes.
In the next 20 minutes, okay. And once the show ends, you'll all be redirected to Tobeho's live watch along show. By the way, Kyle Walker, legend, respect. But I've watched him. He's still a good player, but I think he's lost it. And the way he left Man City, I don't know. Just was it a year after he signed a new contract? With that, you could say awesome announcement where he dropped the mic. Was it up to a year
Yeah, I
before
think
he
so.
went out? Was it?
I think so. I think it was. I'm very surprised he came back. I thought he would stay in Italy because it suited him well. But yeah,
It
I don't
didn't
know.
work out for him, apparently. Obviously.
Obviously, yeah.
Yeah, big up to you too. Thank you so much. I appreciate you saying that. I read it. Why is just saying I admit it? Did you say any other thing about? I read this really. Did I skip it? I did not. Are you sleepy, Jay? I want to know. So, Tavejo, your thoughts on the lineup? Would you have done anything differently if you were the manager? And by the way, in total, we have 201 people following the show, 41 on YouTube, and 32 likes. We can do a lot better than 32 likes. And if you're following the show on X or maybe Facebook, please do us a favor. Take a second, drop a like on the video, and also follow our Facebook page. Or I think we have 2,000 plus followers on Facebook right now, or follow our X account to help us get to 7,000 followers. Sincerely do appreciate that. The likes and the follows do go a long way. Except on YouTube, these days things have changed. The followers, you can say subscribers don't matter that much, but views do. But yeah, we can do with the subscribers even at that. Let's see. He says Ugochukwu is going to cause problems. He's an intelligent player and probably would be at his best, would want to show us, yeah, that we made a mistake letting him go. We sold him, right? He's not. Yeah. If we didn't sell him, if he was on loan, he wouldn't be in. You could say in the lineup. Coach, if we go back to 2022 and we say that the Graham Potter will manage Sweden um, national team in 3 years' time, but here's the thing: how well is he doing? I think he's lost games. I saw something to that effect, but didn't pay attention. Oh, predicted. Okay. He should have arrested Kukureya, but for reasons Dante explained, if you were paying attention. So, Tabeho, let's hear you. If you were the manager, would you have done anything differently?
Yeah, I would have used my preferred lineup, but again, I'm cool with the lineup because we have a lot of our taking players. So hopefully they see the game through, and we get the 3 points.
Yeah, and Leslie, by the way, he's positioned as a 10. I think probably more of he reads the game very well. Dante, right? He's not the quickest, but he
Yeah,
reads the game very well, and he can shoot too.
yeah, 100%. Yeah. No, look, it's a strong enough lineup. It's a very strong lineup. So yeah, no excuses really. It looks like it stopped raining as well, so that's good. That's a good sign. Hopefully that stops. That will help. And yeah, no real excuses.
How do our midfielders compare to that? If you know their midfielders very well,
Look, they've got a not bad. They're probably a bit more physical. Couple of those guys there, but at height as well, they're a little bit taller. Ugochukwu and that they're a little bit taller, so they'll have an extra in that midfield. They'll try to put that as free in the midfield there. So they will have an extra. They'll try to pass the ball around there, but like I said, it's pretty wet. It's really not gonna, it's not gonna be that easy to do what you really want in this type of weather. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully, we've got a good plan, and we use the ball right. It's more about. See, this game is more about IQ than anything. When it's that hard to play, a really wet pitch, you have to have very good IQ. So we do have that there with Pedro, João Pedro. I've seen Fernandez, obviously very high IQ on the ball. So I think those type of players will be very important. And I've seen Santos have that. I've seen him play actually 2 or 3 times in the wet when he played for Strasbourg, and he had really good games because he was involved in it quite a lot, and he likes to have the ball and be involved a lot. He likes that. He's not a player that likes to play with not much of the ball, so he's going to have a lot more of the ball there as well. So that should really suit him as well. And he is quite a strong player, Andre Santos. Very short,
Okay,
but it's
here's
again,
a more
yeah,
specific question here. How good is he in terms of protecting our defensive line? Clearly,
obviously
not
not
as good as
Caicedo.
Caicedo. And if you
Yeah,
followed the show earlier on, I did talk about maybe he's good at it. Maybe the issue is that Caicedo has set the bar so high that it'd be
yeah.
difficult for any other player to convince us that they're good enough at getting the job done.
You can't compare him with Caicedo defensively. Obviously, Caicedo is world class in that sense. Andre Santos has got a long way to go to be in that sense world class, but he is for this type of game. Like I said, I've seen him play twice. I remember I seen him when it was nice, really wet. Probably 2 of his really best games I've seen him play. So he should shine in this type of game. He's going to have more of the ball, and it suits him. He's short. He's got strong legs. This type of weather suits him as well, and I think that's probably why he's in there as well, because of he's probably Maresca's probably watched the video, and you know how he watches 100 videos before a game.
Mm-hmm.
Probably watched him how well he played in those games in the wet, and he's like, okay, all right, let's give Moy a rest. He came back late. This is your chance. Plus, the opposition is not as good, obviously. So if you're going to put him in, this is like, I think, my opinion, it's a perfect game for him to play to put him in. He needs to show that he belongs in this game.
All right. I hope he does well. And the selection for me means that he's going to be the one with the responsibility to protect our defensive line. And okay, Doc, US Knight says he's quite hopeful for Burnley today if they can contain Chelsea for the first 20 minutes game on. Okay, we'll see what happens. Thank you for that, your opinion there. Santos and Enzo Fernandez cannot contain that physicality. Are they physical? The Burnley midfield are they that physical, Dante? Santos is very physical. Actually, he can be.
He is. And like I said, being wet and this, he'll make him more physical the way he plays. So it suits him much better. Yeah, they're taller. He's probably saying, I don't know if he's talking about height. They are a little bit taller. Obviously, Ugochukwu in there and the other guy, Florentino, what's his name again? Florentino, yeah. But Fleming's pretty strong as well. But technically and stuff like that, no. Today, where it won't matter because it's wet, that physicality won't matter. It's about, what you do with the ball and being able to run more than the opposition today matters more than physicality, in my opinion. And I think Enzo Fernandez can do that comfortably, very easily.
Yeah, Ugochukwu is an excellent ball carrier also. He's not the quickest, but he's an excellent ball carrier. Reads the game very well. But let's see.
Yes, but he
Bruce,
puts the ball when he dribbles, Ugochukwu, that's something I criticized him. He needs to learn. The ball's too far ahead of him, in front of him.
mm,
So when he dribbles, because he likes to go at speed, but the ball's always too far away, not close enough for him. So he'll
he
struggle today
doesn't
because
keep
of
the
that.
ball close to his feet.
Yeah, he'll struggle in the wet. That's not going to happen in the wet. So he's going to struggle, yeah.
All right, here we have Akbar Alice Blues. Here we go. I have faith on you all. I hope they get the result. For us, Enzo Fernandez and Florentino Luis used to play together for Benfica 3 years
Yep,
ago. Now, 3 years later, they are playing against each other.
correct.
Good ball knowledge there. I would have rested James too. I think he can still play the Barca game, but not on the flanks. When I was a kid growing up in Nottingham Forest, my mom, okay, just a kid for Xmas. When I opened my grandma's present, we lived in London. I had an Arsenal kit. All I wanted was a Forest kid, but you got two.
Bit of psychological damage there.
Yeah. But I'm glad you're getting the chocolate out of it. I'm just happy. YouTube adverts keep on annoying me. Well, even though we set it moderate, we don't set it high. Some people set it high, but it's a moderate. So I'm not sure why it is like that for you. What is it again? Let's go news hunting, and then after that we call it a day. I'm gonna find time to be on the panel for today. It beats today, but I hate doing watch alongs because I like to relax, put my legs on the table, and watch games. Take
Yeah,
notes
I'm
too.
only there probably 10 minutes before the game and then halftime and then at full time. I don't stay for the watch along either.
Yeah, I hate. That's why I hate doing watch alongs. Honestly,
Yeah.
Chelsea will always have a special part in my heart. I grew up with Peter Osgood, Bonetti, etc. But your story is funny, really. I have to be everything but what you wanted. Sorry to hear that, but I'm just happy you're getting a huge chuckle out of it. More importantly, so we go news hunting. Let's see if Maresca will explain the reason for the absence of some of the players that are not on the pitch. Then we call it a day. Dante, anything else you want to talk about why this load so we can do the news hunting round and call it a day?
No, I saw Garnacho's got rid of his blonde hair, so that's good. So he's got black hair now. He won't
Yeah,
stand out as much.
you can say being more humble
Yeah, I think
than
so.
he was at United.
And then
Um,
Reece James has decided to do the blonde hair now.
okay, so it's not gone. the,
It's like they
the
transferred hair
demon
to
left
each
one
other.
individual and yeah, is on the other. But James, he's always been a calm presence, calm. You can say no controversies and all that. So yeah, but
No, but I
I
like
get
that
it.
from Garnacho. I think that's a good move. Yeah,
It shows something. You can say he once again he wants to be better. For lack of a more
exactly.
relatable language there, from my perception, he just wants to be better, do better than he did at United. Um, what is people are cooking Mudacre right now
He
because yeah,
deserves
he
it.
says much better. But when he joined Chelsea, he said a lot of shit with Chelsea being the club he's always to the effect of the club he's always wanted to join and all that. He should stop because they're gonna cook him to death.
Although he's already get cooked to death. He already got cooked, and he's still getting cooked, and he'll continue to get cooked because he's obviously not a very smart kid.
So, Dark US 90 saying don't let Ganacho sit on the advertisement hoardings. He's a different player at Chelsea, honestly, and I sincerely deep down do believe that he should behave himself. Anything else, any Maresca pre-game
Remember,
comments
coach,
here?
we were saying Madueke is leaving. He's probably seen what he's seen that he's got no spot in that team with Estevão coming in, so he ran pretty quickly.
Do you remember there was a time I said that he does come across as a sort of player that once Esteva arrives, that he's going to leave.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm
You
saying.
remember
We
us
talked
talking
about it in
about
length.
we talked
Yeah,
about that at length.
we sure did, and exactly what happened.
I take
Sometimes we
my
get to know
note.
these players.
Go ahead, which what you're saying.
Yeah, sometimes we get to know these players, how they act on the field, off the field, because we do see a lot of their life off the field, social media, especially if they're involved in social media like he was. You kind of get an idea of the type of player they are and what the mentality and what's going to happen. And we talked about it at length, and we both agreed this is going to happen. He's going. If he sees Estevão if he's seen him that he's going to take his spot, he's gone. He's going. They won't need to tell him. He'll tell them that I'm going, and that's exactly pretty much what happened.
And at Arsenal, you could argue he will eventually start having the same issues.
Probably, yeah.
Because there are players that, if you ask me, I'd say they're definitely going to be starting over him.
Oh, he's not starting over Saka, that's for sure. And he's still not starting over Martinelli either. So, look, he's next in line, so he'll still get time. But
Would you say time?
Say they sign another winger.
To be patient.
Yeah, say they sign another winger in January, because apparently they're linked. They might want to sign another winger, apparently. Well, then watch Madueke. Because, especially if they're going to sign a more high-profile winger. That'll be very interesting to see.
Yeah, I agree. Honestly. Thank God the Premier League is back. This international break has been the longest I can. I hate international breaks. And he's saying, please, can you guys sign Mainu too? I like Mainu. I like him.
He'll do well. Yeah, he'll do well.
Yeah, he will. Yeah, I do like him. And I think Maresca will like him too. He's a good player. I'm not sure. Maybe it's an attitude issue or something. But I'd still go back to saying, yeah, clearly United has always been the issue and not the players, because we can name a few players who's, you say the rumors were they had issues at United, but elsewhere they're all doing well except for Sancho. And Sancho did well at Chelsea, except for now that he went to Aston Villa. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. So imagine left midfield aside Sadio Mane, a central attacking midfield, Hazard right midfield, Willian, Diego Costa front four. Fire, I would say. So news hunting time, so we can call it a day. Find time to go support. Nothing. We're here and nothing new. Nothing new. We've checked. Dante, anything else you want to talk about before we call it a day?
No, that's it, coach. That's about it. I see Vince there. He's pushing Elliot Anderson very hard on on X. Did you see the
Usman? Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, what were we saying?
I said Vince. You got him on the screen. He's been pushing Elliot Anderson very hard on his X page.
Yeah,
he rates him up there.
Yeah, I agree.
Very high. So yeah.
Somebody here wants me to speak Hausa. So, coach, kana jin Hausa? Na jin Hausa. Kani na jin Hausa. Babana na jin Hausa. Mamana na jin Hausa. Duk kanina an haife su a Zaria. Is that enough for you, Mr.
I can say Jin Hausa as well.
I told you guys that I do speak Hausa, even though I haven't spoken Hausa for a while. If I have my brothers around for a week, it will come back completely. But I think I've said enough for you to know, yeah, I do speak Hausa very well. I grew up in Zaria. All my younger ones were all born in Zaria. I was the only person. No, three of us, okay, let me rephrase that. Three of us were born in Enugu, but the rest, three of them were born in Zaria, all of them. And we all speak Hausa. And Mamana, not so much. My mom doesn't speak that much, because here's the thing. So just quickly, Dante, I'm sorry about that. The way in our home at the time, our parents speak our dialect, Igbo, which is why we're still able to speak Igbo and Hausa too, fluently. Most of us, not all of us, the younger ones, because we left Zaria during the riot and Messina issues at the time, so they can't speak Hausa. But four of us can speak Hausa fluently, but my mom, the only Hausa she speaks is Haba, and that's it. But that's by the way. But thank you. I appreciate you doing that.
What's Jin mean? What's Jin?
Sorry?
What does Jin mean?
Here.
Okay.
Yeah. So he says that, where's that him again? He says, so coach, can I Jin Hausa? Coach, do you understand Hausa? You can interpret it as that.
Oh, so it can be in different contexts as well, not just here.
Canadian House, I think it's House strictly here. It depends on how you phrase it. Yeah. You could say something like Najika, which means I hear you. So G still means here in that context.
Okay, yeah.
Mm. Yeah, but thank you everyone for finding the time to join the conversation. And here, Coach can speak a very good Hausa. I can, yeah. And I played the Sierra Tunsos about the spelling isn't the okay. No, I lost. I don't get that one too. Even if that's Hausa, I don't get that one. But that's by the way. The only house I understand is house music. I like this brother, even though he's not a Chelsea fan. But that's by the way. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the conversation this particular morning. A special thanks to my bro and friend. Thanking him for something so special. Remedy for code that he sent me. It's been wonderful. I don't want to start advertising for the company, but I loved it. I want to say thank you to the captain of the community in Constantine Dante. And much love to you, my bro, Glenton, if you're watching, and the beautiful game. Thank you also to the Gold for finding the time to join the conversation. And remember, the moment I stop the show, you'll be redirected to Stabeho's YouTube channel. Let's go support him. I want to say thank you to Doc US Knight for joining the conversation. Mabasta05, I appreciate you. And Usman Dawana, thank you for joining the conversation, and thank you for making me speak house. I appreciate that. Honestly, I do mean it. I'm not joking. Who else was here? Makim Neum was here. I think the Maya Fawale, aka Kopama, was also here, and Jay was also here. And if I miss your name, apologies. I'm only human. See you guys next time. God bless us all, and cheers.
Take care, guys.
Chelsea fans, we won't stop believing. New knock with every chant and roar, we rise for the fight. The blue flag in the air, let it fly with pride. We're gonna show the world all hearts open wide. From Stamford Bridge, share our voices to the light. We love for the team, stand strong by our side.
Every challenge, we will never ignore. In unity we trust, our hopes on the rise. Chelsea spirit shines, bright lights up the skies. And if a cowboy said, for Europe does, and then with a love this storm, every form says to fair, and there was a strife. How you, my heart, keep the blue flame like we soar through every challenge. We will never ignore. In unity we trust, our hopes on the rise. Chelsea spirit shines, bright lights up the sky.
Chelsea fans, we won't stop believing. New knock with every chant and roar, we rise for the fight. The blue flag in the air, let it fly with pride. We're gonna show the world all hearts open wide. From Stamford Bridge, share our voices to the light. We love for the team, stand strong by our side.
Every challenge, we will never ignore. In unity we trust, our hopes on the rise. Chelsea spirit shines, bright lights up the skies. And if a cowboy said, for Europe does, and then with a love this storm, every phone says to fair, and there was a strife. How you, my heart. Keep the blue flame inside like we soar. Through every challenge, we will never ignore. In unity we trust, our hopes on the rise. Chelsea spirit shines, bright lights up the sky. Chelsea fans, we won't stop believing. New knock with every chant and roar, we rise for the fight. The blue flag in the air, let it fly with pride. We're gonna show the world that all hearts open wide. From Stamford Bridge to our voices to the light. We love for the team stand strong by our side. Every challenge we will never ignore. In unity we trust, our hopes on the rise. Chelsea spirit shines, bright lights up the skies. Then if a cowboy said, for real of dust, and then with a love this storm, every phone says to bed, and there was a strife. You, my heart, keep the blue flame inside like we soar. Through every challenge, we will never ignore. In unity we trust, our hopes on the rise. Chelsea spirit shines, bright lights up the sky. Chelsea fans, we won't stop believing. New knock with every chant and roar, we rise for the fight. The blue flag in the air, let it fly with pride. We're gonna show the world that all hearts open wide. From Stamford Bridge to our voices to the light. We love for the team stand strong by our side. Every challenge we will never ignore. In unity we trust, our hopes on the rise. Chelsea spirit shines, bright lights up the skies. Then if a cowboy said, for real of dust, and then with a love this storm, every phone says to bed, and there was a strife. You, my heart, keep the blue flame inside like we soar. Through every challenge, we will never ignore. In unity we trust, our hopes on the rise. Chelsea spirit shines, bright lights up the sky. Yeah.
Chelsea fans, we won't stop believing. New knock with every chant and roar, we rise for the fight. The blue flag in the air, let it fly with pride. We're gonna show the world all hearts open wide. From Stamford Bridge, share our voices to the light. We love for the team, stand strong by our side.
Through every challenge, we will never ignore. In unity we trust, our hope's on the rise. Chelsea spirit shines, bright lights up the skies. And if a cowboy said, for Europe does, and then with a love this storm, every foe says to fair, and there was a strife. How you, my heart, keep the blue flame inside like we soar. Through every challenge, we will never ignore. In unity we trust, our hope's on the rise. Chelsea spirit shines, bright lights up the sky.
Chelsea fans, we won't stop believing. New knock with every chant and roar, we rise for the fight. The blue flag in the air, let it fly with pride. We're gonna show the world all hearts open wide. From Stamford Bridge, share our voices to the light. We love for the team, stand strong by our side.
Through every challenge, we will never ignore. In unity we trust, our hope's on the rise. Chelsea spirit shines, bright lights up the skies. And if a cowboy said, for Europe does, and then with a love this storm, every foe says to fair, and there was a strife. How you, my heart, keep the blue flame inside like we soar. Through every challenge, we will never ignore. In unity we trust, our hope's on the rise. Chelsea spirit shines, bright lights up the sky.